This is George, our faithful guide. Today we'll be following the life of
After a long day of marching, I think it's time to set up camp.
While George is setting up his camp, let's go look at the different parts that make up a Roman camp. First is the outer fossa, which means ditch in Latin. Second is the ballum, which means rampart or defensive wall, and comes from the Latin word vallus, which means stake. Lastly is the interbellum, inter meaning between, and bellum meaning defensive. It is the area between the walls where the Romans set up camp.
Let's check back on George, shall we?
To join the army, there are a few requirements.
That's right, George.
To be recruited by the army, you must be at least 5'6" and be over the age of 18.
A new Roman recruit would have to march 18 miles in full armor 3 times a month and train twice a day. This didn't stop the Roman army from being extremely large, though.
8 men is equal to 1 contubernia, and 10 contubernia is equal to a century, which is equal to 80 men. 6 centuries is a cohort, or 480 men, and 10 cohorts is a legion, which is around 5,000 men.
The Roman army had an estimated 3,750,000 men during its peak. In comparison, the population of Oregon is only around 3,900,000 people. Keeping an army this large organized was a tough task.
The Roman army was so successful mainly because of their discipline. The most common form of discipline was flogging, which mainly means beaten up. And its general could even have a soldier beheaded for not following orders. Roman soldiers were not allowed into city limits. The only Roman soldiers that were allowed were the emperor's personal guards, which were known as the Praetorian Guards.
I think it's about time we check back on George. Oh no, looks like he's busy. Well, I guess this is it. This has been